Hey, beautiful ladies. Okay, I'm trying something really quick. I am going to copy this link and put it in the Authentic Collective, change platforms. And so I don't know if this is going to actually live stream there, but I am definitely going to try it. And then I'll get on with what I'm going to say. But so the name of this one is Soulful Sunday, and it's all about creativity. And so I'm going to share a secret with you guys. And that secret is that I work my business every freaking day. And some of you may think like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to do that. But let me explain what that means, because I know for some people, just hearing that it may be a little bit overwhelming. But it also depends on what I mean by work. Okay. So just one more second. I'm actually looking myself. I don't know if anybody's available to look with me, but I'm really curious to see if this can, if this is going to show as I'm going. Da 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 da. Is it showing? I'm streaming as I'm going. Okay. And so it doesn't look like it, but that's all right because you guys will be able to see this afterwards. Okay, and so I personally, oh, it is working great. I personally work my business every day. And when I say that, I know some people are like, no, 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 you shouldn't work your business every day. You got to give your brain time to calm down. If Stacy sees this video, I can hear her right now. And that's true. That's true. And but all of us do work differently. And sometimes you actually have to have conversations with people to understand and know exactly what that means. And you also have to know their business vision. And so for me on Sundays, like this is me working my business whether I want to or not. For instance, every time I show up live and I communicate with people, I'm building rapport. And so I'm allowing people to see me. I'm advertising my spirit and my personality. And so for that reason, I technically am working my business. Now, I'm not working it in the sense that I'm like going really, really hard. I'm not creating a massive amount of content and stuff like that. But what I love about Sundays is it gives me the opportunity to kind of just be in this very loose and relaxed space. Have I done connection calls before on a Sunday? Yes. Have I sold things on a Sunday? Absolutely, yes. But I don't have the stress and I don't have the pressure of, oh my God, you got to do this, you got to do this, and reach out to people and do that. I also sent out several invites today to remind people to come over to aclive.co to let them know that there's a new platform. That's still working my business. Most of those women that I invited are individuals that I can see myself doing collaborations with. I have done collaborations with, and so that's all a part of me strengthening relationships. And so yes, I'm always working it. Sometimes I'm like, for those of you, you know that I love to write books. Well, I have these moments where I may be very focused on creating, relaunching a new product, creating podcast episodes, all of that stuff. But guess what? There's a side of me that needs a creative outlet. And so sometimes I write books and I take the time to at least dibble and dabble in a book that I want to write on a day like today because I have thoughts and stuff like that in my mind. It's once again, I'm not saying the book has to be finished by a certain deadline. Those of you that follow me, you know that I will do that. But it's the point that I'm still doing something that's of great value for my business. And so I'm just coming in here also to remind you all, everybody has different views and different opinions. I'm not trying to put anything on anybody, but I just have this vision for my business that requires me to have a certain kind of work ethic. And it doesn't only require me to have a particular work ethic, it pulls out of me a particular work ethic. And so because of the vast vision that I have for my business, then it's taking more for me. I don't want to just host live events and, only have a few people there and keep it intimate and small. I want to host other kinds of live events that are still very transformative, but I do see myself on stages with thousands of people watching me and my brand being that massive. And so for me, sometimes working my business is me having these different talks that I do. I can impromptu, and people have called me to speak and been like, "Hey, you got 10 minutes, hop on the stage," and I have literally went from point one to two to three and then been done. without it being pre-scripted. I'm like an internal time clock. And matter of fact, for those of you that were at the Go Green event last year, you actually got a chance to see that in action. Whether you know it or not, that was not a prefabricated talk, but because I talk so much and because I do have talks written out in my mind, I can pull those things out immediately. So once again, when I'm working on different talks and stuff like that, that's me working my business, and that's me becoming more excellent at my craft. And so a lot of you're torn between this war of, do I relax? Am I working my business too hard? Am I thinking too hard? And my question is, does it feel forced? For me, it doesn't feel forced. Last night, I used the app Timmy, I don't know how they say it, Timmy, to transcribe a talk that I did. And I pulled out the core things that I said, and I practiced saying that over a beat. Why? Because the AC Live mixtape, the Authentic Collective mixtape, is coming out. I'm doing it for sure this year. And so the beat that I had, it was really inspiring me to do it, but it didn't feel good. It's actually a beat that I already got, but it didn't feel good like it was the one that I should use. So that's me working my business. And let me just say this, sometimes the things that you're going to do, they're creative outlets for you, and they're also money streams for you, but it's just not a heavy money stream. Now I get a deposit every month from Amazon for my books. Sometimes that deposit is barely like, $7. Sometimes it's more like 50, $60, but it's not a substantial amount of money. But you know what? It's enough. And when I'm looking and I'm like, think I want to buy me some new jeans or something, it's like, great, I'm going to use that money, because I call that my surprise money for now, because it's not that substantial. But I'm still a little low. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of where I'm at. I love my position as an authority in the online space for the amount that I have captured. You know what I'm saying? But what happens when August is on thousands of stages and people are just like, let me Google this heifer. Oh my God, wait a minute. She wrote this book, and she moved me so much at that event. Let me get it. And people will be buying them, and they'll be coming off the shelves because I've already pre-put it out there in the atmosphere. And so doing the things that you love is part of what gives you life. If you're always just trying to figure out, is my opt-in right? Did I email my email list? Do I have an offer? Am I just only doing the things that I need to do to make money? Then business can be a little daunting. It can get boring. It can drain the life out of you. And so it looks different for everybody else, but I'm just giving you examples of what that looks like for August Crenshaw. So I am always doing something extra. Yes, maintaining a podcast is a substantial amount of work, but I love doing the podcast episode. And when I go and look at my stats and I see that it's been downloaded in over 77 countries, some of those countries, they did it one time and ain't nobody listened again, but it's the point that I reached that place. I reached that place. And because my vision says I'm global, because my vision says that I'm worldwide, which technically I already am, I feed and I fuel that thing. I'm not saying it because that's what it's gotta be, because that's the epitome of success. I'm saying that because that's what the epitome of success is for me. Some of you, success looks like just bringing in six figures in your business every single year, and you're content with that because that's all that you want. That is you making enough money to take care of your family, but your husband is doing his thing, so you guys are living in the land of overflow, and that's all that you want. And so you move according to the vision. But I got this like Oprah Winfrey, like I want you world domination level vision, which means that I'm moving and I'm doing things in such a manner that I am always planting seeds. And you know what? I'm going to be really honest with you. Sometimes the way that I move, it means that I'm not preoccupied with a certain level of income. I'm comfortable with the income that I have. I'm constantly making sure I keep it level and increasing. But there are some people that are like, okay, I hit 5K. Now I got to hit 10K. Now I got to hit 15K. Now I got to hit 20K. And for me, because of the way that I'm moving, that is not my preoccupation. Okay. Because I know that there are certain things that I need to have in order first. Let me just say great. And then I'll keep on building upon that. And I'll keep on building upon that. There's some, and this is me and my relationship with the divine that's like, pause on that, do this, pause on that, do that. And so the last thing I'll say is this. There are a lot of things that I feel about what's happening in the coaching industry, so that means that me and my husband have had extensive conversations about the kind of moves that I'm making and the things that I'm doing, and making those products and services available, especially in the African American community. I do not believe in having an excuse oriented mentality, but I do know that everybody doesn't have the same level of a gift. I have an ability to push through some shit and to create things in a manner that most people don't initially have. It's something that I transfer to individuals, or I run into individuals who have that ability, but they still don't know which way to go and what to do. And so, me being a business strategist and teaching them the things that they need for their business gives them that woosah. But a lot of us, not that white people don't start out with disadvantages too, but come on, we already let's look at the reality of, I don't know what the numbers are anymore because I'm not up to date on the statistics, but for every dollar that a white man makes, that a white woman only gets 77 cents, but a black woman only gets 63 cents, and a Hispanic woman only gets less than that. Got that from off an episode of Blackish. Don't know how old it was, but still, the fact that those numbers are that high this time in life, in this day and age in 2020, even if it's 80 cents for white women and 73 cents for black women and 65 cents for Hispanics. The point is that huge disparity, and that is a huge disparity, means that we're always starting behind. You know what I'm saying? It means that we're fighting against disadvantages and pushing against those disadvantages. It's a lot of fucking work, which means that when I think about products and services, how can I create them where I don't work like a fucking dog, but I make products and services available for us in such a manner that we can afford them and that we can pay for them. And there are certain things that, because of the caliber of service that I give, that those ticket pricings, they have to be up there, because if you got the vision and you got the know-how and you got the access and the resources, then yes, you pay to play. But in order for me to create those things, that also means that I perfect the way that I give my craft. And so what is your vision? What does working your business look like for you? And are you really putting yourself in a position where you give it all of that and then some? Okay, so I'm going to stop, but those are my thoughts for this Sunday, and I'm going to dig in and do some more things, because I'm excited. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited about this place. And I'm excited about the things that I'm going to be doing that will only be done in this place. So thank you for those of you that have been ambassadors and have already been inviting people to come and join us over here. Before you all know it, it's going to be so many folks. It's going to be so much stuff popping that you are going to be like, damn, I keep on getting notifications. I see it on my screen and it is live over here. You guys are going to be sharing so much with each other. You all are going to be collaborating so much. You're going to be learning a lot. And this is space is going to be really, really great. And for those of you that want to have some really intriguing conversations and develop your mental muscle and your mindset, join us in the RIF, Old School, Reading is Fundamental, the Reading Book Club. Join us over there. I know a lot of you will say you don't really have time, but you got to always have time to fuel and feed your mindset. And if you're already doing that somewhere else, that's cool. But this ain't no regular book club where we just, oh my God, the book was great. I really loved it. It's like, it was great. And this is how it impacted me. This is how it convicted me. This is how I'm going to do something different. This is how I'm going to be better. And so us having conversations about what each of us got from the book, it takes what we're feeling and we're thinking to other places. And guess what? Those of you that are involved, we're also going to start reading each other's books, because there are a lot of you in here that are authors and you have written some marvelous piece of works that are going to change the game, for the people that buy your product and service. And so why not read the books that we've written? Okay. All right. So I'm out. Deuces.